Well, good morning, everybody. This last weekend, we talked about living in our city, being engaged in our city, and doing good works. And by doing that, we're witnesses of Christ. Well, I want to read you something that I just read. This is from somebody who was involved in college ministry down at Cal Poly SLO, San Luis Obispo. He writes, Alan and I met decades ago. We were both students at Cal Poly. I was a freshman, he was a junior. As a physics major, Alan was both intelligent and articulate. Alan was extremely skeptical of anything religious, especially Christian. He was well-read, well-versed, and he argued his doubt like a scientist. Alan believed that Christianity was unable to pass the methodological requirements of science, and he therefore pled agnostic. There simply wasn't enough evidence for him to believe in God. But he liked to hang out with us. Alan didn't have a ton of friends, so we tried to include Alan in anything we were doing. Well, one evening something happened. A bunch of friends had gotten together for a praise night on the beach, and Alan came along to enjoy the sunset and a roaring bonfire. By the time the evening was over, Alan had made a commitment to follow Jesus. Now, nobody had spoken to him about it, nor did anyone even know. But the next day he came to tell me what had happened. But Alan, I said, I thought you were never going to become a believer unless there was first enough evidence. That's right, Chuck, he replied, and I still require it. But that's precisely why I now believe. It's how you all love each other that strikes me most. I never considered that evidence before. A good scientist, considers all the facts, but I simply haven't found the love that you Christians have for each other anywhere else. And that's evidence enough for me that your Jesus is real. This experience with Alan has stuck with me, Chuck writes, even after I went on for graduate studies in Christian apologetics and later taught apologetics at a seminary. What I learned from Alan never left me. Quote, it was your love for each other. That was evidence enough for me. He writes, the battle of ideas rages furiously on our campuses. Competing ideologies, philosophies, religious beliefs, worldviews abound. However, we must never forget that our best defense for the truth that we follow extends far beyond the mind. As Stanley Hauerwas puts it, what is crucial is not that Christians know the truth, but that they be the truth. As Christians, we don't just have evidence, we are evidence. Jesus was quite clear about this when he said, all people will know that you are my disciples if you love one another. That's John 13:35. We should never underestimate the role that embodiment plays in the task of defending Christian belief. And by embodiment, I mean the demonstration of Christianity's truthfulness in deed and not just in word. Man, that's really good. And it goes to our point this last weekend. As we live in a place like Santa Cruz County, where many people tell me they don't even know any Christians besides me. In a world like that, it's so essential that we not just know what we believe, but we are what we believe, because by our love for one another, they will know that we follow Jesus and that there's something about Jesus that's real. So go into your world today with that in mind. God bless you. Have a great day.